Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Each country should and is writing its own history. It creates its own values, it creates its own culture, traditions, if you want, myths, people that they aspire to be like, and so on. In this case, some countries are allowed to do that, and some countries are not allowed to do that, are very much judged and criticized because they dare to have a different culture and look at the world differently. And we like diversity, supposedly. So we have here two articles, one from Insider and the other one is from Ukrinform, a Ukrainian media outlet. So I'm going to show you how the Russians choose in their country, is within their right, to provide children with a certain kind of education. Americans, in their immense wisdom, they teach their children some things, that they can be whatever they want to be, and ignore reality. And, if they pretend, that's as you do it. This thing like, if I pretend that I am something, I am that something. So if I pretend and I claim I did something, it's like it's done. So a society cannot go in that direction. Nevertheless, our curriculum here for children, has all kind of garbage. Well, the Russians have their own garbage. So let's see what kind of garbage that evil guy called Putin pushes on its country's children. I was about to say his children. But anyway, here it is. I'm going to start with the Insider. And here it is. Putin taught a lesson for Russia's new school curriculum, which includes instructions on how to handle a Kalashnikov. All right. Well, we have what? We have gender studies here. We have queer dance classes. We have bob weaving classes. We have many, many other things that are more important than that. Well, actually, that's their country. They can do whatever they want. And we can criticize it. But then they can also criticize us. Otherwise, it's unfair. Unless we think that we are good and they are bad based on, let me see. I can remember. So, let's see. It comes as Russia overhauls its curriculum to include rifle training and the history of the conflict. They dare to do what everybody else does, write their own history. But if you are required to write your own history the way Gigi wants, then that means Gigi cannot write his own history. He has to ask me to write his history. So therefore, it's always the neighbor who writes your history, and everybody else has his history written by someone else. I should help the neighbor's family, like Ukraine, because France is going to help my children. And then the Ukrainians are going to help the French children, and so on. Instead of I taking care of my family, you take care of your family, and not be required I should take care of your family, and you take care of my family. So I raise your family, and you raise my family. Why would you want to do this? Unless you want to push us away from our families. So same here. The Russians decide that. Good for them. Oh my God, crimes and all that. All right, let's move on to the next article from Ukrinform. School children in Russia will learn to handle rifle, operate UAVs, UK Intel. With the help of a new curriculum at schools, Russia is imposing a new view of the history of Ukraine and introducing military skills to reduce training timelines for onwards mobilization. Well, good. That's their choice. They're not going to hate themselves. Like here, these guys want to to create this kind of guilt. Only one group, that guilt. All right. The rest did not do anything ever. Just these guys. All right. So these guys are destroying their country, their culture, their traditions, and must be feel guilty because of what? Well, if you want to do this, do it. But then if the other ones don't do your garbage, that's not healthy. It's healthy to take a shit in the place where you eat and you sleep. Is that the right place? Anyway, the UK Defense Ministry said this in an intelligence update posted on the social platform X, Ukrinform reports. It is noted that Russia's new school year has begun with a new curriculum incorporating both military skills and the Kremlin's view of the history of Ukraine. But whose view you would want, UK? Your view? You want to destroy these guys. Why would they listen to your view? You don't want to destroy these guys? Okay, my bad. It is underscored that topics in the updated national history exam includes, and I'm quoting, Crimean reunification with Russia and a special military operation in Ukraine. Russia's parliament approved the curriculum last year. The parliament is the elected body, the representatives of the people. Like here. Oh, they don't have a democracy? Because why? Oh, there's corruption because why? Says who? Oh, okay, they said so. Okay, all right. Where's the evidence? You know, the Russians. Come on, everybody knows. Well, I don't know. Well, you're stupid. Okay, I am. So let's move on here. One element. This is the arguments you have with adults, by the way. This is the exact arguments you have with an adult if you dare to challenge them. How do you know? How they're going to say, eventually they're going to get to, you're stupid because you don't know these things that I know. Why? Because I know this guy said on the television. Okay? Did you read anything? That's all, the television? Oh, no, it's more. My uncle told me as well. What is he watching? CNN. Okay. Or Fox, the same garbage. One element, the basics of life safety, is aimed towards senior students. What is this at the title? School children in Russia will learn to handle rifles. School children, okay? And they come back here and say, right? One element, the basics of life safety, is aimed towards senior students that includes a basic military training module. This will include handling Kalashnikovs, chik-chik, click-clock, clack-clack, the use of hand grenades, unmanned aerial vehicles, operations, and battlefield first aid. Okay, well, they choose to do that. The new curriculum serves three objectives. One, to indoctrinate the students, gender study, another, okay, there's not indoctrination, no. With the Kremlin's rationale for the special military operation. What are they supposed to say? Your version? Why don't you tell your children their version? Oh, because yours is the true one. The Russians invaded unprovoked Ukrainians. Is that what it is? Yes. Okay, all right. Starting with that, so who indoctrinates who? And I don't indoctrinates the children here. They don't indoctrinate the adults. That's even, and adults are like children. Children brains in adult bodies, my friends. Go and talk to them and we're going to figure it out. Instill students with a martial mindset. Sparta, this is Sparta. And reduce training timelines for onwards mobilization and deployment, the report says. It is noted that the introduction of UAV operations indicates their evolving importance on the battlefield and the lessons learned about these systems directly from the conflict in Ukraine. Good, you adapt. What do you want? You want to be prepared for attacks from the West? No? Who came towards whom? The Russian came towards West or the West came towards them? Unprovoked? Yeah, still unprovoked. I got it. As reported by Ukrinform, the UK Defense Minister earlier said that the Russian intelligence services are using malware referred to as infamous chisel to target applications used by the Ukrainian military with the aim of stealing military information. And the other ones don't try the same thing, right? Are you fucking kidding me? They do the same thing with the help of these guys here. So what are you talking about? I mean, do you think these guys are naive? I mean, these guys here are naive. But the real thing is occurring in the same way. Like, for instance, CIA and KGB, they acted... They had the same job description, my friends. But these guys somewhere were bad and these were good. These guys tortured and killed. The other ones did not do that. Yeah. And we believe them. And not we. They believe them right here. So anyway, my friends, here it is. These guys are militarizing their society. They're teaching their children how to defend their motherland. And these guys here are teaching how to clip their balls and say that they are not what they are. God, if you're Christian or a religious, made a lot of mistakes on this world, man. Somehow just missed. I mean, made us like this, and then we feel, hey, we made a mistake, God. Actually, I don't identify like that. You were wrong. This is what I am. Really? I mean, only from a Christian perspective, you should negate this, refuse this. That how many people? Yes, I'm a Christian. Yes, I believe in this. I believe. Then from the very beginning, you think God made no. It's God's will. God works in mysterious ways. Okay, why don't you? Anyway, my friends, thank you very much for being with me again today. What can I tell you? We write their history, but they cannot write ours. Imagine you would tell the French that they're not, I don't know, Latin or something, or I don't know, tell them that, hey, actually, the Franks were not Latin, a Latin tribe. The Franks were kind of like German. See what they say. And not only, and ask them, why did you name yourself France? We have almost nothing in common with the Franks, with the Frankish tribes. Go and read history. Why do you call yourself? And say you should change it. You should change it to something else. Why don't you do that for a change? Or tell them, oh, is this France? Why don't you take a stroll to Paris and see La France Nation? As I always say, get, what's his name, Bonaparte out of his tomb in the hotel, the Invalides, and get him, hold his hand and go around Rome, Paris, and see what he's going to say. He's going to say, who the fuck are these people? Is that? Oh, yeah, but France, the France. Look at the national team of France, football. Great players. Fantastic players. Have Napoleon watch that game and see what he would say. What do you think he would say if you just put him on a stand in, I don't know, how do you call that? Stade de France, right? Is that their national stadium? And put him, get him over there and say, oh, that's us. That's our team. That's us. That's the French. These are the French. We're playing, let's say, the Argentinians right now in the World Cup. This is our team. What do you think he would say? You know exactly what he would say. You're afraid to say it, but that's exactly what he would say. What? So yeah, you can have that. You can have it. That's fine. It's your nation. It's your country. The same over here. All right? Don't get me started with these things. I might tell more than I intend to say on this little bullshit media or platform. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.